Top tank power countries in Europe 2026. Fleet size, models, and combat readiness ranked. Europe's tank power in 2026 is undergoing a structural shift as countries move away from legacy mass towards smaller, high-end, and combat-ready armored forces. Türkiye remains the largest tank operator in Europe with 2,381 main battle tanks, but Poland has emerged as the continent's most operationally powerful armored force. Poland's rise is driven by rapid expansion and a growing fleet of German Leopard 2, South Korean K-2 Black Panther, and US M1A2 Abrams SPV-3 tanks, combining modern firepower with readiness and NATO integration. This shift is redefining how tank power is measured in Europe, with combat capability, network systems, and deployability now outweighing total fleet size. For global comparison, China fields approximately 4,700 MBTs, including 400 ZTZ, 59 variants, 200 ZTZ, 79, 300 ZTZ, 88 AB, 1000 ZTZ, 96, 1500 ZTZ, 96A, 600 ZTZ, 99, and 700 ZTZ, 99A, supported by newer iterations such as ZTZ, 99B. This mix provides both mass and an increasing share of modern capability. Russia maintains around 3,460 tanks, including 120T, 55A, 600T, 62M/MV, 1000T, 72 variants, 470T, 72B3/B3M, 250T, 80BV/U, 350T, 80 BVM, and 620T, 90M, with over 2,100 additional older tanks in storage. This structure reflects heavy reliance on legacy platforms despite the presence of modernized units. The United States fields 2,640 Abrams tanks, including approximately 540 M1A1SA, 1,320 M1A2 SEPV2, and 780 M1A2 SEPV3, with around 1,500 additional Abrams in reserve, maintaining a decisive advantage in sensor integration, survivability, and network-centric warfare. Türkiye's fleet of 2,381 tanks includes 750 M48A5T2, 650 M60A3 TDS, 165 M60 TM Firat, 100 M60A1, 227 Leopard 1A3, 170 Leopard 1A4, 236 Leopard 2A4, and 80 upgraded Leopard 2A4T1, alongside only 3 Altai tanks. This composition highlights a force built on numerical strength, but constrained by the limited presence of next-generation systems. Greece fields 1,385 tanks, including 170 Leopard 2A6 HL and 183 Leopard 2A4, supported by approximately 500 Leopard 1 tanks. This structure ensures strong regional mass and credible high-end capability, but reflects a dual-generation force with uneven modernization. Poland operates 897 tanks in 2026 and represents the most comprehensive armored modernization effort in Europe. Its fleet includes 180 K-2 Black Panther, 117 M1A2 SPV-3 Abrams, 116 M1A1 Abrams, 105 Leopard 2A5, 92 Leopard 2PL, 205 PT, 91 Torty, and 46T, 72 M1/M1R. Unlike other European nations, Poland is simultaneously replacing legacy systems and expanding overall numbers. With planned acquisitions targeting up to 1,000 K2 and K2PL tanks, Poland is building the only European armored force that combines large-scale mass with next-generation capability and sustained industrial support. Germany fields 313 Leopard 2 tanks, including 104 Leopard 2A7V and 209 Leopard 2A5/A6. These platforms represent some of the most advanced MBTs in Europe, with superior protection, optics, and digital architecture, but the limited fleet size constrains large-scale deployment capacity. France maintains 200 Leclerc tanks, including 149 standard and 51 upgraded Leclerc XLR, emphasizing automation, mobility, and digital battlefield integration. The United Kingdom fields 213 Challenger 2 tanks and is transitioning to Challenger 3, which introduces a new gun, improved armor, and modern sensor systems to restore high-end combat capability. Spain operates 274 tanks, including 219 Leopard 2ES and 55 Leopard 2A4S, forming a balanced modern force. Sweden fields 110 SDRV 122 tanks, one of the most advanced Leopard 2 variants, while Switzerland maintains 134 Leopard 2 PZ-87 tanks adapted to national requirements. Finland fields 200 Leopard 2 tanks, evenly split between 2A4 and 2A6 variants. Denmark operates 44 Leopard 2A7V tanks. Norway fields 36 Leopard 2A4, with 8 more in storage. Portugal operates 34 Leopard 2A6, and Austria fields 53 Leopard 2A4, representing smaller but highly capable NATO-integrated forces. In Central Europe, Hungary operates 110 tanks, including 12 Leopard 2A4HU, 33 Leopard 2A7HU, and 65 T-72M1, reflecting an ongoing transition toward modern Western platforms. The Czech Republic fields 58 tanks, including 28 Leopard 2A4 and 30 T-72M4CZ, while Slovakia operates 45 tanks split between 15 Leopard 2A4 and 30 T-72M. Southern and Eastern European fleets remain largely legacy-based. Romania fields 377 tanks, including 220 T-55AM, 103 TR-85, and 54 TR-85M1. Bulgaria operates 90 T-72 variants, while Serbia fields 229 tanks, including 195 M-84, 30 T-72MS, and a small number of modernized M-84AS1. Slovenia maintains 14 M-84 tanks in service, with additional units in storage. Cyprus fields 134 tanks, including 82 T-80U and 52 AMX, 30 B2. Italy operates around 150 C1RE tanks, including 3 C2 variants under testing, reflecting modernization challenges. The Netherlands no longer fields an independent MBD fleet, but contributes to a joint German-Dutch Leopard 2 unit, highlighting increasing European defense integration. A critical development shaping Europe's future tank power is the emergence of the Leopard 2A8 standard. Germany is leading its adoption as part of a broader force expansion and modernization effort. The Czech Republic is moving toward the procurement of Leopard 2A8S to fully replace Soviet-era tanks, while Norway's next-generation Leopard acquisition aligns closely with this standard. Other Leopard 2 users, including Sweden, Spain, and potentially Finland and the Netherlands, are expected to follow through with upgrades or future purchases, reinforcing a common high-end configuration across NATO. In 2026, global and European tank dominance is clearly structured around 3 main MBT families. The Leopard 2 family remains the backbone of European armored forces, evolving from 2A4 through 2A7V to the emerging 2A8 standard, offering advanced protection, fire control, and interoperability. The American M1A2 Abrams, particularly the SBV-3 variant, provides unmatched combat-proven capability, superior thermal imaging, and full digital integration into network-centric warfare. The South Korean K-2 Black Panther represents the newest generation of MBT design, combining high mobility, advanced suspension, auto-loading, and modern fire control, and is rapidly expanding within Poland. The 2026 landscape confirms that Europe's tank power is no longer defined solely by numbers. While Türkiye and Greece maintain large fleets, the decisive advantage lies with countries that field modern, interoperable, and scalable armored forces. Poland's rapid expansion and integration of Abrams, Leopard 2, and K-2 platforms place it at the center of this transformation, while the spread of the Leopard 2A8 standard signals a broader shift toward a unified, high-technology European armored force capable of sustained high-intensity operations. If Poland reaches a total of around 1,800 to 1,900 tanks with the expansion to 1,000 K2 units, its position compared to current tank power in Europe would change fundamentally. In 2026, Türkiye leads with 2,381 tanks, followed by Greece with 1,385 and Poland with around 897. This ranking is still based largely on legacy mass rather than modern capability. At the 1,800 to 1,900 level, Poland would nearly match Türkiye in total numbers and clearly surpass Greece, becoming the second largest tank fleet in Europe and potentially closing the gap to first place. More importantly, unlike current leaders, Poland's fleet would be overwhelmingly composed of modern main battle tanks, including K2 Black Panther, M1A2 SPV-3 Abrams, and upgraded Leopard 2 variants. This creates a decisive contrast with today's structure, in which Türkiye's numerical dominance relies heavily on older M48 and M60 tanks, while Greece maintains a large proportion of Leopard 1 platforms. Poland, by comparison, would field a force where the majority of tanks meet modern standards in protection, firepower, and digital integration. In direct comparison with current European tank power, Poland would transition from a fast-growing force into the continent's most balanced and capable armored power, combining near top-tier numbers with the highest concentration of advanced MBTs. This would effectively shift Europe's armored hierarchy from one based on quantity to one dominated by modern, combat-ready capability, with Poland at its center.